Hi Aries Moon, thank you so much for being here. I am Divine Femme Care at 144, very happy, grateful, and truly blessed to bring you this reading. This reading is designed for those who have their moon sign in the wonderful zodiac sign of Aries, unlimited to anyone who should find this message or should this message find you. For this reading, I will be using the Tattoo Tarot Ink and Intuition deck. I have my deck here. I'm going to go ahead and begin shuffling. And I have the sun present here along with your constellation. The sun, my children, one of my kids made this back in elementary school. They're teens now. I was going through some things not too long ago and found this, and I thought how cool, you know, that this should not be put away and it should be seen. So it was kind of sitting on my shelf, and as I was getting ready I noticed it and I'm like, that's perfect because it looks like the sunshine. It is the sun, so why not present this creativity into this reading. And then I also have my sage bundles here where all of them have significance, but there's one in particular that is pretty significant. And so I would just say some of you, I feel a lot of you maybe are coming into new endeavors having to do with your creativity and following your passions, doing what it is that you love, and really truly coming into your spirituality. Having that real strong fire energy that's within you. Thank you, Spirit. So I'm gonna move this here and we'll leave this up here. Kind of peeping in the scene. I'm gonna split the deck. And then we'll leave that right about here. I may move it, just depending on where the cards fall. All right, Aries Moon. So the first card we have for you is the Three of Swords. So with this Three of Swords, I feel this is speaking to Ten of Wands energy, where I do feel that you are leaving behind burdens you may have been experiencing or are currently experiencing some kind of situation where there is hurt feelings, heartbreak, something that may have been, I feel like you are creating, just as I was saying before this first card, that you're creating yourself an exit out of, I would say, a Two of Swords energy, where it's bringing feelings that you no longer wish to deal with. And so I feel you're using your power, your magic, your creativity in a very special way in order to uplift and elevate yourself out of these two swords, because I'm seeing this sword here as being your energy. And I feel that this is speaking to an Ace of Swords energy, an overall powerful sword that's full of truth and I would say honor, a very powerful force that is being utilized from within yourself and your spirit to help you to weave this web of protection, and also to get yourself out from between these two swords here. Seeing the spider connected to one of these swords here, I do feel that this has something to do with the way that you were being treated in certain situations, possibly close relationships, where I feel that a lot of people you were coming across just were not choosing. They weren't making choices. And I feel that you are, with this Ace of Swords energy, all about truth, all about choices and all about truth. The uniqueness of this sword here compared to these other swords, where you can kind of see the squigglies here, but these have a different design and pattern, where I feel, again, this just isn't meshing with you and you're creating a new path for yourself. These stars here, I'm getting as overall divine protection from the archangels, Archangel Michael, Raphael, and Gabriel. But I do feel that And these could be two individuals, but I do feel overall the energy of who you've come across in relationships, they just have not made a choice when it comes to you, and you are elevating and uplifting yourself up out of this. So with the 3 energy, we could say, you know, this may have had something to do with other people, choosing others, but also too on the spiritual aspect, you overall being protected. And I would say that, you know, what you are experiencing is totally designed for your path, only to increase your strength and to help you to really come into that true Ace of Swords energy for a new beginning, to start something new that is going to see you through, and you're going to see it through. There's going to be equality, and I feel fairness and balance. This is just, I feel this energy here overall is just kind of helping you to see what it is that you don't want and what it is that you do want as you move forward. Seeing the brightness around this sword where, you know, I feel it's like super shiny, but also speaking, I feel to enlightenment of your truth, and you bringing this truth to these situations, not wanting to stay here. And this could be what's brought to light to the web that you have created for yourself, where you may have been doing that on the fly and keeping that to yourself, and this being a part of the truth that you're delivering as well, with the angels having your back and being totally surrounded about this situation here. Swords energy is Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. So some of these relationships or situations may have that particular energy. I feel strongly, definitely with that spider energy there, you know, I'm not even getting that this spider, given the distance of the spider and the web, I don't feel that this spider has anything to do with what you have weaved. I feel that you both have spider energy, where you may have met up with a particular energy that you felt was matching you, but had gone through, you know, certain, I would say, periods of this relationship, realizing again what it is that you want and what you don't want. Not really matching spiders like you thought. So you're on to a new beginning. Let's see what the second card is. Right. So we have the Queen of Swords energy here, where I feel with, I'm getting a lot. Sorry. So I'm just going to speak first of what came to me is that you're cutting shit off, and it having everything to do with this Three of Swords energy. I'm also getting to that with the first 2 cards, speaking to Swords energy, that this is a very strong, I would say a very strong situation having to do with the mental, having to deal with that flighty, that airy energy that has everything to do with the mind and what's been taking place in the mind. And I feel too that with that being said, that is coming to a lot of your mentality and your perspective on how you are seeing situations, like how you're compared to how you've functioned in the past. I feel that the way that you are doing things nowadays is totally speaking to a new way, where you've gained a new perspective, where you've gained new moves and have new rules according to what it is that you want to see for yourself and what you would like to see take place in your life moving forward. And you're utilizing this Queen of Swords energy, and this is not gender specific, so just take it as it resonates, but utilizing all of your tools that come with this Queen of Swords energy. So we have, you know, very strong intellectual maneuvering, I feel, where you have gained that spirituality and that assistance from the divine because you have tapped into your spirit, being this Ace of Truth, and being that truth is bringing in blessings for you that have helped you to be able to, I feel, make your way through these 2 swords to begin a new beginning. And I feel that this sword here is speaking to this sword here, where you have it very tight, you're held on to it, and you're very protective of it. And as I was saying, the archangels are here present in this card where they do have your back. This sword is also to the back of this Queen of Swords here, where I feel like this is kind of speaking to, this is more of a spiritual essence that's taking place, where that very strong, airy energy is coming about. But I feel too that with the actual face card here and the physicality of this queen, that this is how you are being seen. This is the statement that you are making, where other people are seeing you as not being one who is going to put up with anything. And that if it doesn't resonate with you, you're going to utilize this wonderful serpent energy of yours to be able to maneuver. Like, it's just like magi energy. And I was even getting to with the 3 there, that 3rd house energy, which is ruled by Gemini, a magi energy that, again, that's more air energy there that's present. But bringing all these tools together, a culmination of what it is that you've gained on the inside and out, and standing up for yourself and utilizing your intellectual power, your spiritual power, the divinity power, and the trust overall, surrendering and being able to protect yourself in a very magnificent way. I do feel too that this is speaking to the actual cutting that you are about to do if you haven't already, but the cutting off of this particular 3 of Swords energy. So just confirming what I was saying here with this 3 of Swords energy, with you elevating from these 2 of Swords energies, where you're moving away from people who don't make a choice when it comes to you, because you know that you would choose you. And so you're moving away from this in a very airy, swordsy way, and just utilizing that energy to propel you up and away, cutting away what no longer serves you. And I would say too, like the squigglies that I had noticed on the difference of these swords here, where these have a different pattern. The sword, which I do feel is you, that the energy here is speaking to what is being cut away, with those squirrelies there here present here in a very airy way. So I would say, like, almost like it's like MacGyver type energy, where things that and ways that have been taking place like in the norm from, like, I would say old ways, like coming up, and what you've come to know and what you always knew to be true or believed in, you have expanded from that. And that just makes you even more powerful. So it's like it just is going to take one swing of the sword here, and it's pretty instant, bringing an ending to situations that no longer reside with you. Very beautiful queen. This is, you know, a quarter of the Empress energy, where I do feel this is like almost like a toolbox type thing, where, you know, the Empress or Emperor energy, take it as it resonates, is pulling out one of these queen tools here, with this being the sword. And you know, the sword of truth is what I'm getting mainly here. Just being the truth and standing in your power and not afraid to show it, and looking freaking fabulous all at the same time. Full of love as well. I would say love is one of those powers as well, because I'm seeing the shades of green here. But again, that is coming back to you being the truth, and that love, that unconditional love that is within you. Still having love for those, you know, where you are realizing, you know, everything is designed to take place as it's supposed to, and it serves a greater purpose, and no one's to blame or at fault, but you personally for yourself know what's best for you, and you're moving away and cutting away what no longer serves you in a very superb way, a very airy way, shall we say. All right, and then two, saying two, with this being the second card, I would say definitely this may have something to do not just with relationships, but what it means with those relationships tied into stability, having to do with matters of the home, and then also with your finances. Making change on that aspect as well, and being totally covered and protected by the divine. Staying in your power. And I did notice too that where this confirmation coming in for that sword there with that pattern of the dots there, I'm seeing this dot right here. Oops. Seeing this dot right here to confirm what I was feeling as far as you being this sword of truth here, and then that being utilized in the physical of representation for yourself. So the third card we have is the Nine of Wands, where I'm getting this as the Wounded Warrior card. And with the Nine of Wands following, I feel that I'm getting that this may be an Aries energy that you're connected to, possibly a Gemini. But even though this is not a face card, I'm getting a physicality within this card. And with your back being turned to this and kind of giving it the peripheral view. Also too, that web, this web here, that's confirmation as well, speaking to the web that you've been weaving. I love the messages. It's like the almost like the Da Vinci Code we got going on here, where again you've had to maneuver yourself in a way I feel like it's pretty ninja like, where it's not very common. And I feel that you gain this wisdom from the divine, from that protection, and from doing that spiritual work and breaking into that treasure chest that has been given to you from your ancestors. And so with this Nine of Wands here, I do feel that this is an energy of someone who is feeling this energy on their path. I do feel that with this being before you, I do feel that this is past you, and this is how you have come into this Queen of Swords energy. And so that's why I'm getting that this is an energy where they may be having kind of a magi energy, a magician energy, and this is how they're representing themselves. And they may feel like they are restricted, where I'm seeing this arrow here go towards, coming across the back. I'm getting that this is like, you may have Sagittarius somewhere very strongly in your chart. Or overall, what I was getting for the fire signs lately is that there's a culmination of the fire sign energy coming together with Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius, fulfilling all layers of the fire, the sun energy. But I feel that you have gained, it's like that Empress Emperor energy where you're utilizing all of your tools. And so I feel that this particular individual may feel a certain way and is trying to make their presence known. I do feel that they may have feel like they feel like they may have been stabbed in the back, or depending on perspective of who it is that you're connecting to. I also feel that too, you have placed your love arrow, that unconditional love arrow, into the being of someone that you have your sights set on. Not afraid to be the truth and speak your truth. But I feel that this arrow came from this web here in the eye. Like you have utilized your energy in a sword's way and shot this arrow towards this Nine of Wands energy, is what I'm getting here. This Nine of Wands energy is overall, I would say, a very strong humanitarian, someone who is also going through as I just said, their own spiritual journey. And I feel that this Nine of Wands energy is currently where they're at, moving towards the Ten of Wands energy, where they're going to be coming across the place of the Ten of Wands, where those burdens are going to be gathered. And I do feel very strongly utilized in a very transformative way, because it's a cycle. You know, and once we get to the 10, we go back to the 1. Going into, mind you, going into that full status, you know, coming from that 10 of Wands, but moving forward into the 1. And so Fools too, I would say, just kind of reminds me of like what is due to come here. Speaking of the Fool, like I feel like this is someone, again, who is like at the due end of a particular path and journey. And this arrow that you have shot with the eye, with the smooth eye, I feel it has kind of brought about almost like a catalyst to help them and assist them to be able to move forward and propel themselves up out of this bondage where they feel like they're bound by these wands here. But I feel this arrow energy is here present where you've had to keep your guard, but I do feel that you have your eyes set on a particular energy. And as they're going through this, I feel like they're feeling and utilizing the energy that you're giving and helping themselves to get up out of this energy here. Wands energy, this is pretty dope. Wands energy is Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. So lately, again, that whole utilization of all fire, your sign, and all fire signs together. Like I know, you know, this is representative of your energy, but I don't feel that this is you. Lately with the cards, I've been getting mainly that the way, and I think it's cool the way that the energy is working, but the center cards I've been getting as the nucleus of who it is that you are representing at this current time during this reading. So just take it as it resonates. You could be also cross-watching and connecting with an Aries, and this may be you. So again, just take it as it resonates. But there is a new beginning, this Ace of Wands beginning, and then we have the Sword of Truth beginning here as well. So we have an air and fire energy that's connecting, where I feel it speaks to the increase and the heightened level of the fire energy that's being felt, especially with the sun energy wanting to make its presence known as well. So with that overall being said, I would say, you know, you're cutting away at something that no longer serves you. You're in a state where you are, I would say, sitting very nicely, comfortably, pretty, unafraid, fearless, full of love, and just like on guard, you know, very, very, very intellectual. And you know what you're doing as far as your moves and how you're moving and when to move. And it's almost like, too, the air energy that you give, like what you are thinking, it automatically takes place. So if you don't feel like you're seeing, you know, truth of that, if you've been feeling that, I would say that this is definitely speaking to that and how you're making another feel. And it could be too, you know, I had mentioned that someone may be feeling like you have, you know, betrayed them or stabbed them in the back. That's their perspective. But I feel, you know, this could also be not just, you know, if it is one entire situation that they could have felt that way, but then also seeing this arrow, their perspective changing as well, coming into that 10 of Wands where they're going to drop these burdens of an old mindset and way of thinking and see what it is that this arrow is truly bringing in for them, which is, I feel, unconditional love. Like your actions may have been looked at in a different way. They may have been looked at in a bad way initially, and now are beginning to be seen for what it, you know, your true intentions, which I feel are absolutely good. You're just very powerful. Feeling the heat. All right now. Okay, so with the fourth card, I feel that's going to speak to that stability. Coming back to the Taurus energy, with this being the second card and the House of Taurus, second house. I feel that the stability card is going to speak to this Three of Swords energy and why you're cutting this off. So we have the Three of Wands. So I do feel that, you know, this is speaking to the manifestation of what it is, the energy of you and what it is that is being brought about here. Now that we have awareness of what a situation is, there's a manifestation. I feel this is just speaking to the strong confirmation of the manifestation power within yourself that's bringing about this change and cutting off this Three of Swords energy that's propelling you. It's like the propellant that I was speaking on of this Ace of Swords here. The power that is within you, the spiritual aspect, but the physical here showing what it is that you're cutting off, if that makes sense. With the Wands energy, that's, again, your energy, and then Leo and Sagittarius. We have another 3. We have a lot of 3s so far with the Three of Swords, and then the third card placement, which I do feel is also a very strong air energy, a Gemini energy, and then the Three of Wands. But I do feel that this is like the manifestation of bringing in a new beginning of truth that's going to be built on stable and sturdy foundation. This being the 4th placement, the 4th card here. 4s being about stability. And then also too, with that 4 energy, the Cancerian energy, water sign energy, coming back to that unconditional love that I was getting here with this Queen of Swords here, and speaking everything to that and how you're utilizing that as one of your tools to manifest and bring in what it is that you wish to see for your life. And the Archangel presence here with the 3 stars here that I'm seeing, and speaking to that energy that they are assisting you with. So they're here, as I said, that they have your back. They have your back here, and they have your back here. Have your back to help you be that truth, and to also assist you in propelling that truth to come forward and have that new beginning, which is absolutely beautiful. I like the swirlies and the way that this Three of Wands is kind of working itself too, because I feel like with these motions and movements, like I'm also seeing the number 8. That coming back to the Magician energy, with this being the infinity symbol that is above the Magician's head. And then also another 8, which I feel is kind of impacting the Gemini, the overall Gemini energy that's here. And with those 3s, tying in with those 3s as well. And the 3rd house being ruled by Gemini. Which is pretty awesome. So it's like I would say, speaking also to the destiny that is here for you, that is coming in, and the infinite amount of love and assistance that will always be present, especially as you continue to be even more in your power, the force, being more in your power, and the enlightenment of truth, that enlightenment shine there. And creating for yourself, and doing that creation in a very awesome way. But manifesting, the manifestation is here. Wonderful. I would also say too, with this being under the Three of Swords, I could also speak to the energy of this overall heartbreak and not making a choice. But also too, I would say, you know, outside of the spiritual aspect of this and the propelling force that's assisting you in the physical, this having to deal with, you know, a party of 3 where that's just not going to fly. And so there's manifestation to propel yourself up and away from this using your awesome creativity and wonderful spiritual toolbox, I feel. Try to get that straight. Okie dokie, so that's awesome. And then, you know, we have the squigglies here again on these swords here, where I feel, you know, one could tie in with this one and one can tie in with that one. And then we have the dots kind of all around it, speaking to your overall superpower, even outside of these swords here, just speaking to the amount of coverage and protection that you actually have. And that's Thriller in the background. So let's go on to the 5th card and the 5. I'm seeing this decorative part of the card here. Like even all of these, I'm seeing these as V's. Let me go ahead. We're going to switch this up real quick so we don't have that going on there. But the 5s too, kind of speaking to the change. The change and how you're really ready to like bring about change. It's like you're going with the flow. You're just going with the flow of things, and it's almost like the saying, if you stay ready, you don't have to get ready. But yeah, let's go on to the 5th card. And as I was saying with that 5 energy, some of you may be life path 5s or soul path 5s. That may be significant. This is going to fall underneath that Queen of Swords, where I feel it's going to emphasize the V's here that I'm seeing as the Roman numeral 5. Also for victory and you being able to utilize that sword in a victorious way. Yay! All right. Sun, 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 sun. That's awesome. Okay, so dang, like, just as I was saying, like, the rays that I was getting from the Sword of Truth, the Sword of Truth that is matching here is confirmed by the Sun card. And also the other aspect of the fire signs and the amount of fire that we have present in this reading and the way it's being utilized. Like we have 0 earth cards right now. The physicality is present, but I feel that, again, that kind of speaks to the way that you've had to maneuver and work your magic. And because you have done that, like the elevation, I feel like this is just all about elevation and your ascension and what is being brought into you. So this is the happiest card of the deck. We have the Sun card. Oh, this is so sweet. Let me fix these. This is wonderful. Oh my God. All right, so with the Sun card here, this I feel is speaking to what's being moved into, being moved into the new. And all I can do is just listen to Michael sing, because I feel like they're dancing to this music here. Like you're in celebration, you know, and this is what's being manifested as well. Speaking to the manifestation and the propelling force and the power that is present within this reading. This is a card of Leo. And then also too, this breaks down to another 1, as this is the card of 19. 1 and 9, take it as it resonates, but that 1 there is, I feel, relating back to this 3 of cards or 3 of Swords card that's in the first placement, the first card that's come out, and then the 9 speaking to this 9 energy. So we could even say too, with that 1, that Ace here, with you being this Ace of Swords energy here, that's present here in the physicality, with you lining up with the Queen of Swords, and then the 9 energy, where I feel this is a magician type energy that is making their presence known in a particular way that's not necessarily quite physical yet. Speaking to the lack of earth cards that we have present in this reading. And then also the strength of the 2 swords energies that we have present for the first 2 cards. And just how that that communication, I feel, is very telepathic. Very telepathic. And energetic as well. Very strong energy here. And as you can see with the Sun card, like what you have cut off or what you're going to cut off if you haven't. And that squiggly energy here, I know I'm saying squiggly is, it is what it is, but the squigglies here I feel have been transmuted. That transmutation, squigglies, transmuted by the energy of the sun. This is so wonderful. So again, this goes back to that 5 energy. It's in the 5th placement. And as I was saying, I was feeling very strongly about the 5s that were present that look like V's here and the amount of victory that's present. This is the victory. So this, I feel, is speaking to a new beginning with possibly someone new, or just you overall coming into balance with yourself and having that joy, that inner peace within yourself where you're able to celebrate as much as you want to, when you want to, running out in the fields naked, singing, dancing, bringing along people, I feel too, and bringing this energy with you wherever you go. But I do feel, seeing these two together, that this is what you have been bringing in. And this is probably why, you know, you're also a little on guard when it comes to, I feel, how you're being present in the physical and just protecting of what it is that you know is to come for you. What you know that you have been manifesting and bringing in for yourself. And then I would say too, we have 3 stars present where these 2 stars are here. I feel that this kind of speaks to each individual in this card having their own particular protective guardian angel, but then the overall sun being that large star that's overlooking them and making sure that the happiness and the joy and abundance is coming in. This is wonderful. True fulfillment in matters of the heart, that unconditional love. And so things I feel too are being brought to light, also aligned up with this sword energy here, your energy. And I feel this is like speaking to, like I said, the nucleus of you and what you're feeling on the inside and on the outside. And having that good balance. And because you have that good balance, you're bringing in the abundance of blessings, manifesting the abundance of blessings here. And with the 19, you know, that moving up towards the final cards in the cycle of overall manifestation, it's like you're at a very, very beautiful state of coming into completion, where you're seeing your destiny being fulfilled and your wishes are coming true. And I feel, you know, if this is that person, I do feel this is connected to this energy here. That, again, they're working their way upon their journey, where you may have this defensiveness going on just because of their perspective initially, but they're beginning to go through their own phases and transition and possibly go through a rebirth, coming into, moving into a 10 of Wands energy. Yay! All right, like I could stay on this forever, but I won't. Let's go ahead and move to the 6th card. 6th card is going to be, I feel, very significant too, because we have the 9 energy here. And then also too with that 9 energy with the 9th house ruler, that's speaking to Sagittarius energy as well, which is pretty freaking sweet, because then we have Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius present, which is what I've been getting with the fire sign readings lately. All of the culmination of the zodiac fire signs coming together and being a force to be reckoned with. And ancestral ties being tied into that too. Really tapping into your spirit, and your true destiny and purpose, and what it is meant for you to do here on this earth in this lifetime. So the 6th card, and then 6th house is Virgo energy as well. So that may be significant for you as well. Mic drop. And I don't know if you notice or if you can really hear the music in the background, but no scrubs just got done playing as I was on the sun card. Now we have no pigeons. And so they're speaking to the balance and also what the two of you may be singing, and not necessarily those two songs. Not necessarily those two songs, but having the energy of this Queen of Swords and also King of Swords energy, where you're just not taking anything anymore from anyone, and you're coming together and being grateful for the energies that are matching you as you're manifesting this wonderful new beginning. And I would say new beginnings in for yourself, and also this other energy that you're connecting with, but coming together and being able to celebrate and sing about it. And this being the proof of that, where I do feel that this energy here, the Nine of Wands energy, I feel is having everything to do with this Nine of Cups and this wish fulfillment energy. And also too, I would say that there's a cup being offered, like there's a walking away, I feel, from this Nine of Wands energy, where they're leaving behind things, like I said, with coming into that Ten of Wands, dropping those burdens, leaving behind what no longer serves them, because I'm seeing 4 cups here and 4 cups here, where there's this Ace of Cups that's kind of in the center of these cups here. And so I feel that that is speaking to the other new beginning of the Ace of Cups. So, you know, I feel like with these 4 cards here, that all 4 elements are actually present here, even though there's no physical card of earth energy. This looks like an Ace of Pentacles to me. Just kind of glancing and seeing the energies overall, where we have the Ace of Swords, the Ace of Wands, the Ace of Pentacles, and then the Ace of Cups. That magician, this wonderful magician that I feel you're connecting to, who is matching your energy because of the way that you, again, are utilizing the tools in your toolbox as well. Very strong magician energy overall in this reading as well. And then those 3 threes, you know, 3 times 3 is 9. That 3 energy here, the 2 threes, and then the 3rd card here with that magician energy I was getting here, and then being lined up with the 9 of Cups. It's like, I feel that the energy of the both of you, you're both wish fulfillment for one another, just because of the bombness that you bring in for each other. I feel you both impress each other in a very special way, where there may be some bickering and bantering here and there, but when it comes to you coming together, it's something that it's like untouchable. It cannot be touched. Soon as I Get Home is playing by Faith Evans. I feel, you know, that's bringing me back to this Nine of Wands energy here, where they're actually doing the work and they're pretty much almost there. Like they're doing the work, but just wanting to speak to you in a specific and special way to let you know where it is that they stand and what they're coming into, and that they're still present in your life and will continue to be, I feel. No matter what has happened, you know, initially in the past here. So, getting to the 9 of Cups, the final card here, with that being in the 6 card placement, that bringing us to that emotional, unconditional love that is being matched, I feel. Cups energy is, the feelings. This is pretty emotional. This is pretty nice, Aries moons. I'm really happy for you too as well. There are, the readings lately have just been really, really majestic and full of love. And I feel a lot of shedding amongst a lot of the collective, where, you know, people are really truly reflecting and valuing and taking care of themselves, but seeing what it is that they want and what they don't want, and not hesitating to take care of what they don't want so that they can have more wish fulfillment of what they do want. So, Cups energy is Scorpio, Cancer, or Pisces. So that could be related to this energy here that you're connecting to. But I feel with this following the sun, it's like an enlightenment of the pure joy that is really truly present in your life. And if you had doubted it and, you know, had a certain perspective about this energy here where you've been on the defense, I would say you're coming more into that enlightenment for yourself. You know, being that truth, you're also beginning to get messages and signs and really tapping into how you feel and what, you know, what you feel is real and not going according to others, but bringing in this wish fulfillment. And so too, I want to say with the Ace of Cup offer here and the way that overall the energies are matching one another, I would say that this Ace of Cups is coming from the both of you, given that it's in between this Four of Cups and then this Four of Cups, where that Four of Cups energy, you know, you may have, you know, all this wonderful abundance around you on a continual basis, but you're feeling a certain way about an Ace of Cups energy, wanting to offer an Ace of Cups to one another here. And just may, you know, kind of feel like you are lacking when it comes to that area. And as I was saying, you know, if you feel like you've had to be a certain way or feel a certain way because of the way you have looked at things before, I feel that this Swords energy here is kind of helping you with that perspective, and the Sun energy, bringing light and giving you assistance. The angels totally having your back and helping you to see what it is, you know, within yourself and your spirit and how you feel and what you know to be true for yourself and not what others want you to feel or would have you to feel. That true reflection that's being enlightened because you are doing the work. And because of that, here we have this Nine of Cups energy, where I feel like also too, you're able to kind of sit back and relax and really enjoy the abundance that's coming in for you. And it's full of love. It's full of all four elements, where I feel that total, it's like the total package. That might be the title. The overall total package. And it's here and it's making its way. If it hasn't already, everything unfolds just as it's supposed to. But it's making its way back onto you because you're doing the work and bringing that in for yourself. Standing up for what it is you know to be true and not wavering and not falling back into the old mindset and the old traps, not staying trapped. So this is your reading, Aries Moons. I hope that these messages were helpful. I hope that these messages brought some enlightenment and encouragement and confirmation. I thank you all so much for being here. I do send all of my love and just thank you so much for all of your love and support. I do appreciate you and I wish you the best. Do take great care. Peace.